Well, update of what's going on around here. What am I? 9 weeks into my ACDF recovery. 3 weeks back to work. Still can't do much around here though. They got me on a 20-pound limit. But between my son and my wife and a young man at church, everything's getting done around here. Goats are still goating. This is the extent of our garden this year. Some stuff Christy has planted. Now she did get a real cool Vigo garden raised bed. And she got down here yesterday and I don't know what else she put in there. It's all flowers, no vegetables, but flowers. And Colton helped her with the getting the soil in it. So, and of course the goats are still pains in the butts. Yeah, Christy just walked out. That's why they're making such a fuss. Let's go over here and see the blackberries. Just got finished doing my walk today. Blackberries. Now so far, every one that I've tried to keep up with to let it get good and ripe, apparently the birds was watching it closer than I was. I think I'm gonna have to get me some type of black falseberry. Look here. He's not even chewing on that. That I can leave out here and the birds can peck at it as it's black, but yet it's gonna be false. So they won't get no juice out of it and they'll leave it alone, maybe. Maybe they'll leave the real stuff alone, I don't know, but yeah, they're looking pretty good. Like I said, I don't know how much, see, look here, right there. Something got it. I had one up under here, it got gone. But, you know, my blackberry is just all a mess. It's a foo bar. But anyhow, that's where the blackberries are. And then, you know, pasture's looking great. Everywhere I put hay out this year, I've got a good stand of grass. It's already going to seed. The lower 40 down there, it's looking great. The goats, I haven't put them in there in the last 3 days. The only place that looks bad is on the other side of that water tub. That pasture down there, it don't have much going on in it, so that's where hay will be fed this winter. So, but yeah, purple martins are doing purple martin things. Everything just seems to be going pretty good. Now, I've been noticing getting extra subscribers just alone, and I haven't been putting out that many videos, and the videos that I've put out are not getting that many views. But I've been looking at my content and folks watching stuff that I've put out here in the past. So I think the reason why I'm not getting very many views is because people who have subscribed to my channel didn't hit the notification bell, and they don't know when I actually post stuff. So I don't know. Rambling thoughts of a part-time YouTuber. But yeah, we're next week will be what? Week 4 back at work. I'm still on my 20-pound weight limit. The old scar looking pretty good. My physical therapist told me to massage that thing, help break up that scar tissue and make it smooth out. And just the last week and a half of doing that was a gnat I was going after. A week and a half doing that, it's made a big difference. And I'm still holding the phone with my right arm. Before that surgery, 30 seconds, and I was saying, I gotta change hands. And Lord, we're 4 or 5 minutes into this thing already. So anyhow, we have gotten a decent amount of rain this year. Everything's looking good. My honeybees are doing pretty good. My buddy Tommy is, I'm gonna change hands now. No, I'm not, it's gonna get in the way. My buddy Tommy has been taking care of my bees for me. That was starting to hurt back in here, back in there. Still tight, still some uncomfortable discomfort back here. But the arm burning, no, it's gone. Communicating with a cousin in Tennessee, hers looks worse than mine. Her neck x-rays. And I told her, I said, you need to get to a neurosurgeon ASAP. I'm gonna see if I can't prop this thing up right here again. Yeah, there we go. So anyhow, I just thought I'd jump on here and make a little doodad of a video. I got a little chair over here. You can see it right there. I'm going to sit down in that chair and do my scripture reading for today. And it's 7:34, so it's not going to be long before bedtime, no way. Get started all over again tomorrow. Went and looked at a new vehicle for my bride this weekend. She's wanting to get a new vehicle, and it's her turn. I got the last new one, so she gets the next new one. And that don't look good in the video, does it? I should have moved that thing down just a little bit. It doesn't matter. Y'all don't care. Ain't nobody watching this, no way. So anyhow, just thought I'd jump on here and say hi. Let y'all know I'm doing pretty good. Trying to keep my posture straight. That way I don't get in trouble the next time I go back to therapy. Anyhow, you got Jeff Eubanks here. Remember, if you're gonna push like, make sure you've pushed the notification bell as well. I appreciate that. Jeff Eubanks. Okay, so the bamboo is shooting out new growth. And they say, how in the world do you control bamboo? Well, if the goats don't get it, go in here and kick it over like that. And that takes care of it. Nope, it don't go no further. No further. Now, if you've been watching my channel any time, you know this used to be my goldenrod field. And last year I mowed it all season. I don't know if y'all can see the fescue grass that I got growing in here. Now, yeah, there's still a lot of briars and so forth, but got a lot of fescue, a lot of weeds, and the goats really enjoy their time when I turn them in here. I still got the electric fence along that property line down through there, and it's keeping them in there. They've cleaned out all up under that stuff. Just you know, they really kept it mowed down. Go down there and meet my neighbor. Now here's the next pasture that I'm gonna be feeding hay from this winter. It's in pretty foul shape. I mean, it's got a decent amount of grass in it, but it's just not growing very well. I mean, there's some fescue grass seeding out tassels, but it's just not near as thick as that up there where I put the hay this past winter, and then up there that was winter before last. I mean, there's a lot of big difference from that pasture to this little pasture. Paddock, I guess you'd call it a paddock, not necessarily a pasture. But. So, you know, it's just here a little, there a little. That's biblical. But we'll get it. I'm gonna try to get it limed this fall. Hopefully, all this next stuff will be to the point where I can get on my lawnmower by the fall and use my fertilizer spreader and, you know, put fertilizer out. Not fertilizer, but lime. I'm gonna try pelletized lime this time. I was gonna do it last fall, it just didn't happen. Not sure why, it didn't though. So, Memorial Day weekend, where we recognize those that gave it all. And I can't imagine that. Wrapping my head around something like that. Those that went and bled and died, and those that stayed at home wondering. You know, there was, during World War II, my great uncle Hugh was in the Pacific, and I think there was months went by that they didn't know if he's alive or dead, and he told stories of sleeping in foxholes with just his face above water, and come home with PTSD. Back then they called it shell shock. And, my dad said if the screen door slammed, he'd jump 6 foot. Yeah, so, and we all, most of us look at the veterans from World War II, but Korea, Vietnam, Afghanistan, the list just goes on and on. Will it ever stop? Don't know. Probably not, because folks just can't get along. And there's too many of us. Folks is just like them goats and stuff. You put too many of them in a close place, they don't get along. When everybody's got their own little space, things a lot better. Oh, Mama just come out on the back deck. Yeah. We'll go further. Okay, well, it's the first time I've been up here in my tractor barn since the 1st of March. And everything looking pretty good. Of course, that same tire's flat. That thing is so dry rotted. I think my son is supposed to come this coming weekend and do some yard work for me. I'm gonna get him up here. We're gonna take that thing off. I'm gonna take it to the tire store. See if I can't get it. A tube put in it, but it's a dry rotted. I don't know if I'll be able to break it off the rim. So I may just end up having to replace it. But yeah, it's old blue, kind of dusty. I'm sure the battery's deader than 4 o'clock. I ain't even gonna try to crank it. I hope I can do some mowing this year. Not sure when they're gonna turn me loose to do that kind of fun stuff, but definitely gonna need to get down here and do some mowing. So, as Derek would say, anywho's, yeah, you're a brat. All right, well, this hodgepodge of leftover bird netting may have done the trick for now. But the cardinals have just been wearing my blackberries. Look here, they've actually broke the stems. Lighting on the, and you know, if they'd grab it in their little mouth and fly off and eat it, I could handle a lot better, but all they do is come in here and just peck and ruin it. Or knock them down on the ground and run them. So, yeah, I'm this close to pulling that pellet gun. But that's why I put this hodgepodge of bird netting up to see if that would maybe squash their ability to go in. They can still get in there, but I'll get caught then. I don't know. I'm bringing this old flask back from the barn. It's got a screw top on it, so it's not real old, but it's a metal cap and not a plastic one, so it's older than you would think, I'm sure. Could have been my granddaddy's. I'm sure it was my granddaddy's. Ain't no could have to it. I'm sure it was. 1 pint. Papa was known to have a swig of Old Crow from time to time. Never saw him drunk, but yep.